And today I will show you how we can use case when and coalesce function in SQL. We're going to use a very simple table because that's not the point. We're just trying to understand what those commands are doing in our SQL database. So firstly, let's okay. Firstly, let's show this table and let's see the output, what happens. We're gonna select ID, age, name, surname, and father name from students. ID, age, name, surname, and father name from students. Okay, this is our table. But sometimes when we write a query and we want the output, and we don't want to see the null values as it is. When we get the null value, we tell SQL, like when you see the null value, replace that null with something that I will provide you with. And with an example, you will have a better understanding of what is happening. So as you can see, one of the students' father's name is actually null, but we don't want to see null. So what we can do, we can provide SQL with a default value and say, okay, for this column, when you see null, replace it with the value that I'm giving it to you. And let's see how it's happening now here. So select ID, there is no null, we don't need anything to replace it, age, name, surname, father name, but father name has a null. So what we do, we coalesce okay, the default value is the father name. As long as there is no null, we want this coalesce function to display the father name. But when it's null, we want to replace it with the string unknown. Okay, now you see, what you'll see is that this null value here will be replaced by the string unknown. Okay, here. And you can do it for the ID, and of course ID cannot be null. So you can use it for age, surname, and etc. It depends on the type of the column. In the case of age, if it's null, you will replace it with some number, or again with some value, because you cannot replace it with the string. And let's try to make one of the rows age null. For example, Hannah's age is null. Okay. And when we try to coalesce age with unknown, it's not gonna work. Yeah, so the input syntax for type integer unknown is not valid. So we have to use a number. So make it 100. Yeah. Yes, as you see here. This was the coalesce function, and we can delete it for now because now we are going to explain the when case. When case I mean, not when case, case when. It's something that we use based on the value of a column. We want to output something. Um, for example, let's say we are choosing. Oh, sorry, not coalesce. It should be um, as age, and this should be as father name. Okay, so we delete it. So let's say we are choosing the age column from the students table. And alongside with the age column, we want to output some other information. For example, let's say we want to output value for each of the ages, and let's say if the age is between 16 and 14, then say like this is adolescent, and if it's bigger than 16, then this is an adult, and etc. So how can we do it? So what we do here, we select age, and what we do here, I'll go back to see the exact syntax here. Case, okay. So select age, case, okay, then we write when. When age is less than 14, we say adolescent. And when age is between, let's say, bigger than 14, we say let's say like adult for 14. And we also have to provide a default value for this, else we say, oh, let me, else, okay, we have also have then here, then, and else, do we have a then here as well? No. Else human. And the last thing we do, we provide a column name for the labels that will be shown alongside with the age column. And we do it as end as oh, something is light, else weather, feather, light, then light, and as. Ah, okay, it works. And as is it human? Is it is it adult or adolescent? From students. Am I missing something? Case, select right case. We also choose age, case. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. Syntax right near human. What is the syntax error?
The case statement is that it goes from the top.
Mm-hmm. I understand human. Mm-hmm. Does it work now? Okay. So the problem was this string literals. So what you see here, we have select age, we have chosen age, then we added another column. Is it adult or adolescent? And based on these conditions, we output human, adolescent, or adult label in front of that row. So that's the basic usage of coalesce and case when.